Jazz Chisholm Jr. gives the Yankees the win last night. Well, he didn't really give them the win, but he put them on the board when it was a 1-1 game and made it a 2-1 game. So, for what it's worth, Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit a game winning home run last night, and many people want him out of town. But it brings me to a moment in time 2 years ago.
Chaz hits one to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Jazz making beautiful music. He hits one deep in the right field seats. And all that, Chaz. And the Yankees are on the board, their first hit of the game. And they trail 4-1.
So, if you've ever seen Moneyball, we know getting on base is like the most important aspect of building a winning team. But for this Yankees group, oftentimes they're kind of designed differently, although they do, apparently, they are led by the analytics, which you may disagree or you agree with or whatever. It's a copycat league, and that's just how things go. Getting on base is very important. Jazz Chisholm, I don't think he does the best job at getting on base, but when we hone in and we look at second baseman in the American League, this guy's pretty much top five everywhere offensively. How do you have such an issue with a guy like this? Let's take a look. The walks, for example, Jazz Chisholm, we won't go into the details of the numbers here, but Jazz Chisholm is tied for first in the American League with walks. You take a look at, no, what is this right here? His batting average, okay, top six. So look, the batting average is something that I don't really, it's not yesteryear's baseball. If a guy is batting 240, 250, but he's getting on base, he's one of the leaders in slugging at his position. How do you have such terrible complaints about this guy? So he's, top six batting average. Home runs, Jazz Chisholm is first at the moment today on July 20th, Monday, July 20th, 2026. Jazz Chisholm is first in home runs at second base in the American League. How do you have a problem with that? And look at the RBI. Jazz Chisholm is second right now in the American League. You add those numbers to this reality. Chisholm, his opposite field home run solo shot off Los Angeles reliever Evan Phillips broke a 1-1 tie and gave the New York Yankees a much-needed win after their offense slumped throughout the game. The homer was Chisholm's 14th of the season and was his fourth go-ahead home run in the seventh inning or later this season, which leads the league, not just the American League, but all of baseball. The last Yankees player to record such or more or such home runs in a season was Alex Rodriguez, who hit 5 in the last year the Yankees won a World Series, 2009. That's the impact Jazz Chisholm is having right now. How do you have such a problem with this guy? You want to take a look at the salaries, right? So Jazz obviously is on a 1-year deal for 10 mil. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. The question is this. He's at $10 million right now, 10-2, whatever, right? For what I just showed you, he's, 1, 2, 5, or 6 or whatever at every offensive category that matters. All right. He's done something so far, one home run off Alex Rodriguez's record for the most home runs hit past the seventh inning, most go-ahead home runs. And Alex had 5 in 2009, which again is the last year the Yankees won a World Series. So is that production worth the 10 million? Of course it is. When you compare to the other second baseman across all of baseball, where does Jazz rank right now? 9th. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you that he's better than everyone else on this list. No. But in this season, for the $10 million that you're paying him, how can you possibly complain about this production? How? How? Yes, okay. Title of the video, Jazz Chisholm Jr., trade him or sign him because you can still trade him. Take a look at Glaber Torres, who just couldn't stay healthy, can't stay healthy this year. He's currently rehabbing. He'll probably be back in the bigs, sometime within a week or two, maybe. Who knows? I don't really follow up much on Detroit, but I did look into Glaber for this video. Glaber Torres this season is making more than double what Jazz Chisholm is making. Now, availability is the best ability, as Michael Kay always says. So, for that reason, I can't get on Glaber and say he's no good, but he's $22 million this season, and his production overall, whether due to injury or otherwise, is less than Jazz Chisholm's production. And I only pick out Glaber because obviously he was the second baseman before Jazz Chisholm. Question is for 2027, do you want Jazz Chisholm at more money? Because he's going to be more than a 10. But if for me, for my money, if he's less than the 22 per year, how do you not sign him happily, knowing that his production at second base in the American League, he's one of the best. That's who he is. That's what the numbers say. That's what his production says. Jazz Chisholm's one of the best. For me, again, 10 million. Can we sign him for, I don't know, 16 per? And it's also scary because who knows if we'll have a salary cap? Hopefully not. Jazz Chisholm has proven he can play in New York. He's doing it. He's done it. His postseason wasn't the best last year. One moment that does stand out was the home run in Game 5 against the Dodgers, 2024. Another one may have been one of John Sterling's last home run calls. God rest his soul. Jazz Chisholm is an acquired taste as a character, but as a baseball player, as a second baseman, he is undoubtedly one of the best in the game. So the question is for the Yankees, do you sign him or do you trade him? I don't think he's really worth trading. I don't think it's worth losing a second baseman who's 28 years old, who's proven that he can play in the Bronx. So happy that he hit the home run yesterday to carry the Yankees to that win over the Dodgers, because otherwise the Yankees would have been swept. And as Jazz has proven time and time again, just listen to this call.
Chaz hits one to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Jazz making beautiful music. He hits one deep in the right field seats. And all that jazz. And the Yankees are on the board, their first hit of the game. And they trail 4-1.
The Yankees' first hit of the game, and they trail 4-1. And who hit the ball? Jazz Chisholm. And what was it? A home run. Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s got an ability to do that. I watched him do it in 2024, 25, and now this year. I don't have the numbers on the previous 2 years, but time and time again, and I bet you it's probably of his 14 home runs, probably 10 of them, if I had to guess, 9 or 10 of them have probably come either with the Yankees down and he tied the game, or they were within a run after his home run, or he tied the game with the home run. I'm positive of that. And that's something I very specifically remember Alex Rodriguez doing often, especially in 2009. That's winning player stuff, man. That's not, to be honest, that's not $10 million worth of production. So I know from his side, they'll argue that he's worth the 20 plus if Glaber is, if, other guys are. In my book, look, I don't know if you want to pay him 20 plus per year, but if we can get up there somewhere in the upper teens per year, don't be cheap if you want him. I don't know what the Yankees want. It's very hard to get a gauge on what they want. It certainly doesn't seem that they want winning, not at the level that we would like as fans. But hey, you have a $10 million second baseman right now, and he is one of the best second basemen in the American League. And I would appreciate if more Yankees fans would simply appreciate how good he actually is. It's a damn good second baseman. and he's a New York Yankee, and I'll root like hell for him. I'm Ben Little, Yankees Express. See you on the next one. Ciao.